special equations. I want you to pause the video, I want you to write this problem down, and I want you to solve it. Alright, so at this point you may be a little confused. What you did first was you distributed your 3, so you had 3x plus 7 equals 3x plus 11. And when you attempted to get your variables all together on one side, all of your variables zeroed out. And so what happened is you were left with 7 is equivalent or has the same weight as 11, which is not true. 7 is not equal to 11. In this situation, there are no solutions for x. This is an example of an equation that has no solution because we end up with an untrue statement at the end. Sometimes you will see the answer written like this, which means empty set. There is no set of numbers that you can substitute in for x that will give you a true statement. So there is no solution for x. Alright, now I want you to pause the video, write this one down, and solve it. So this is another example of an equation that has no solution. When you try to get all of your x's onto one side, they all zero out. 3 is not equal to 7, so there is no solution. This is an empty set. There is no set of numbers, again, no set of numbers that you can substitute in for x to get a true statement. Alright, write this equation down, pause the video, and solve it. You should notice something already, though. Try and solve the situation. Alright, so what you have here, when you try to get all of your x's on both sides, again, your x's zero out, but this time, instead of being left with an untrue statement, you have a true statement at the end, but you still zeroed out all of the x's. What this means is that it doesn't matter what solution we have for x. Everything will always work. Whatever we put in for x will work. We have infinite solutions. Infinite solutions for x. So try it. Anything that you put in for x will balance out. Because doesn't that make sense? We have the same one weight on this side and the exact same weight or the same expression on the other side. Our expressions are equivalent on both sides. So anything that you put in for x will work. Alright, so now I want you to pause the video and I want you to write this problem down and then try and solve it. So what you should have is when you distribute your negative 2, you have negative 2x plus negative 6 equals negative 2x. And I'm going to rewrite my subtraction as plus negative 6. And look, we have equal expressions on both sides. So when we, let me not do that. So when I try to get my x's all to one side, all of my x's zero out, and I'm left with negative 6 equals negative 6. So this has infinite solutions for x. Anything I put in for x will work. So those are two examples of different sorts of equations that you may run into.